I am just going to give a quick little tutorial on how to do binding on the inside of your bags. This helps with birthing and it also adds structure to your bag. So I am currently making, I think this is like my 8th or 9th Wayfarer. And so anyways, I can't seem to get out from behind this pattern. I keep getting orders for them, but so when you're choosing your binding material, you want to make sure that you are using something that is not stretchy, that there's no stretch to it. Waterproof canvas is one of the best stuff to use, but that's my opinion, is to use something that doesn't have a stretch in it. There are other people who do prefer to use the fold over elastic, and they say that just when you're going around the turns here, that you give it a little stretch, and that works out really well as well. So but I am using some canvas, and the trick is to prepare your fabric. First of all, you're going to cut it 1 inch by however much you need. And you need to give it a finger press fold in half. This helps so that when you are sewing it on, or when you're clipping it on, I'm sorry, that you are getting an even layer on top and bottom. So I've already clipped a large amount just to kind of help break up the time. And like I said, I really wanted to make this a quick tutorial. So I'm also going to try and figure out how to fast forward through the sewing process, which I am not a video editor. I actually don't even like to see myself on camera. So I'm normally in my pajamas when I'm sewing. I'm an ICU nurse. And so I do a lot of sewing after work or just on my days off, and I don't want to get dressed on my days off. Who does? Anyways, so you're just going to go through and clip this on. I'm going to cut. I have some excess material here, so I will show how I do this. So basically, you've got your canvas or whatever material that you're using. You go ahead and clip that on. Now, when I prepped the bag, I actually put, I actually used a 1/8 inch seam allowance to sew the layers together. When I sew down the canvas binding, I am going to use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then I have these really cool embroidery scissors. These are from Ginger. You can get them actually at Joann's and use a coupon and get them for a little bit cheaper. But I use these when I'm doing applique for embroidery, but they work so good for what I want to do here. So I actually could probably just do this tutorial and show you on this piece. So I sewed this piece of canvas down with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, but then I went back through on both sides because I had obviously with 1 inch, you're going to have a lot of excess material. So to clean it up and make it look nice, I just take these scissors and I go all the way around and I trim it. Not on, you know, pretty close, but not super close. You can kind of see how much I leave here to that seam allowance. And so I am going to do the same thing with this material here. Okay, so we're going to get a 1/4 inch seam allowance here. I've already sewn half of it, again, just to make a quicker video for everybody. So we're just going to finish off around the curve here and go to the top. Again, we're doing a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm using my stylet to keep everything down. Okay, that about gets that all together. So now, let me just adjust this camera here so you can see what I want to show you here. Okay. So now I take my applique scissors, or just a pair of really sharp scissors that will allow you to get in here. So let me just show you what this looks like. First of all, you want to check the back and make sure that you got everything in there. But I don't really care for all this excess, so I take these scissors, and can you guys see here? Let me just maybe a little bit more of an angle here. And then I'll go in and I'll just trim it up, nice straight edges, which that's what applique scissors are good for, is getting in nice and tight. And I'm just gonna, so you can see about how much I'm cutting off here, right? And let me just show you how it cleans it up. See? So I'm just gonna cut all that excess off. You can see that I've done the same thing with this side as well. I went and I just trimmed off the excess. So this is a good angle, actually. You can see the excess here and how I trim it up here. So, so that is what I'm going to do to finish this bag off. And I really hope that that helps. You guys take care. Have a great day.